Hey, hey. What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday. That means it's streaming night. And I'm gonna take a break from that orangutan painting, do something different, shake things up, and had some requests for foxes. And so that's gonna be today's focus. So let me go ahead and rearrange my tiles so that I can see the chat and the other stuff. Okay. Let's see. Twitch can go there. This can get shrunk. Go there. And then YouTube can go there. That should be good. Good enough at least. Alright, so my plan is to rough out some sketches. Just keep things pretty low key. Just have fun sketching different foxes in different poses. And it's not an animal I tend to draw very often, so looking forward to playing around with it a little bit. And I might change the angle of the camera. Let me see how this looks for a second here. What if I move this up here? How does that look? Does that look okay? I think it looks alright. Gonna stick with that. Yeah. Cool. So if you're in the chat, feel free to say hello and ask questions. Draw along with me if you want. I'm using, for my Fox reference, I don't want to just use any Google image or whatever, but there are free image websites that are really great for, exploratory use. And so one of those is Pexels, Pexels, and so that's what I'm using today. I'm also going to try using a different brush than I normally use. We'll see how that goes. This is a hard round pressure opacity brush, so let me just kind of get used to using it for a second. It's okay. You know what? I'll do it. It'll help me to be blocky and on my toes. And I think I'll angle the screen just a tiny bit. Okay. First pose. Let's see. Got the back. A little bit of a sloped in leg there. And it kind of tapers here, belly here. Right? Got this body like this. Something along these lines. And then got the front leg kind of going diagonally a bit. Then we have the overall head here. So the initial sketches I'm going to do are going to be pretty much in line with the poses that I see And then after I understand the form a little better, I'll probably switch it up and do something a little different. Their nose is one of their more defining features. Their noses look unique to foxes specifically, although it does depend on the type of fox. We got this eye over here. Sets them apart from other canines. Oh, thank you for the like. Part of their ear is dark. And this is still that discovery stage, so it's not about overdoing it. It's just about kind of laying in rough marks for particulars. that we'll go back in and address later. Oh, I should have set a timer. That would have been a fun exercise to see how much I could get done in whatever time. Maybe another time that'll be a video. This back leg is going to be dark by comparison. And then this front leg will also be dark through a fair amount of it. The front leg might be dark on a couple little bends on the faces that are facing away. Back leg over here has some dark patches to it, but not overall dark. And that tail will be partially covered up in shadow there. Something like that, at least for an initial rough sketch, I think is fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and shrink this guy down. Shrink it on down. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next one. They've got some interesting options on here. Maybe this one. So, new layer. Keep this hard round. And I'm just going to focus on the main overall shape here.
So I'm just trying to put enough visual information to establish light value, dark and shadow, basically anything that's going to help me to further define this animal's form. And now that that looks pretty much we can move on to the next one.
So now we can just play around and have a little more fun fleshing these out, getting them to be a little more substantial. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna add a layer. I need 4, so it's gonna apply to this. And let's see, let's pick some different stuff. This one's just called main versions. Hello, Mr. Chaos. Thanks for being here. Just doing some sketches of foxes. doing pretty well. How about yourself? Let's do good. Cool and darker green. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for wandering into mine. Let's just look. That's about right. side and try to get some of these things straightened out. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it is a little bit like that. I like to kind of change up my style every once in a while. I laid down the base sketch first, and then I started going in with like, what's the most important visual information that I get, and a lot of times to answer that question, it's helpful to squint so that your eyes only pick up so much information. And so it's like, all right, well, what's the dark area? What's the light area? And then what colors am I able to see when I squint? And let's make those the primary focus, right? So laying down the colors that establish what the animal looks like without any sort of lighting condition affecting it. That would be also known as the local color. And then going from there, and if you're going to deal with light, then you need to go warmer. And if you're going to deal with shadow, generally you want to go cooler. So if I were to come in here and pick kind of like a cool color and paint it in over here, just kind of softly. There's a spot where it's a little heavy, but I can ease back. But generally, that's a helpful way to get some nice contrast. you do it enough, when you lay in the right values and the right colors, it starts to look more three-dimensional. And so that's also really helpful. For instance, this ear looks a little messy. And so if I want to start making this ear look a little better, I need to get a right balance of the darks and the lights. And so if I come in and I grab maybe like a color like this, let's go right over the top so we're not fighting with the image. We got some ear fuzz going on in here, just a little bit, kind of wraps around. And it kind of fades a little bit, so I'll go light. Just not super concentrated all the way around. And then I gotta make sure I don't lose that point to the ear. And then looking at the shadow, well, we need to go maybe toward the cool again. And I need to pick something that's going to be not too eye-catching. If I start painting this in. Feels decent enough. Here's where the fun comes in. If I go a little warmer and I aim for something kind of bright, if I just very carefully ease this in, it's gonna look like the light's coming through the ear. Place your skin up against a flashlight or something. And I can go warmer and brighter and focus on like a key part of that ear where maybe it's a little more concentrated. And then to keep it consistent, grab this color here, this pale color, and come back in and put it over on the side. Grab, let's see, that color there, and just do a little bit of cleanup on the face here, because it started to lose a little bit of that shape. The ears are supposed to accent, they're not supposed to steal all of the attention. once again, kind of lightly accenting some of these other areas over here with a color that's a little closer to the local color. Sharper details here. So pick something a little on the dark side, and with a tiny brush come in. Actually, probably better to do this on a different layer, right on top of everything. Just, you know, little touches. It's kind of a balancing act. If something goes too much in the wrong direction, then you can either undo it, erase it, or use other techniques to help balance it out. Tiny so that I don't overdo it. start to make this pop a bit more. Get extra bright for the grass. Just focus on enhancing some of what we have. Nothing too overdone. Just little accents. Now that Fox really starts to feel like he's in a 3D space. Maybe a little bit of the front muzzle here will also get some of that light, so let's grab that color there and aim it a little more toward there. And we'll just go ahead and add it a little bit on this face here. This a little wider. I really like just kind of brush in some softer light spots on the face, just to draw a little more attention to it. Add some more spice to the background. We can go cooler, darker, practically black. Get a big brush in here. Just kind of darken up a couple spots. Not too much, just enough. that was a fun study for today. Anyone have any questions or things you want to talk about? I'll hang around for a little bit more. Yeah, I'm getting ready to sign off. Oh, thank you. Just a quick study for today. Well, I'll be back again on Thursday. My live streams go from 9 p.m. Eastern to around 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, I'm usually on for about an hour and a half. Sometimes I extend it to 2 hours. Just depends on how I'm feeling. But we got to a nice place with this one, so just a quick color study. I'll play around with it a little more. Hold on. Let's do overlay. Any other things to talk about or questions? Music is a bit too loud, hard to hear me. Okay, hold on. How's that? Is that better? Is it noticeable? Just a tad less. Let's go. Here. How's that? Is that any better? Testing, testing. Cool. Thank you. That's a great big help. I want people to be able to hear me, so 'tis important. All right. That's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back again on Thursday, 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'll see you then. Check out my YouTube channel. I have videos on there. I do occasional shorts, art videos. I have some animation stuff on there too. So feel free to peruse the channel, check out older live streams, comment, give me a like, whatever you want to do, that's fine. And hopefully I'll see you again Thursday. Bye!